Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel, Divinely Transformed. I'm Lisa. Oh, I have really been sick this week, and in addition to the sinus infection that I had, and the ear infection that I had, also I had some kind of respiratory infection too, so I'm just starting to get over that. It's not great, but at least I don't feel like I'm dying anymore. Yes, I'm being dramatic. All right. So, anyhow, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. So, while I've been sick, I've been, seeing, some different things that, I could be talking about and expanding on the previous video that I posted when I wasn't feeling good. So, this is the improved version of the last video because I was just way too sick, but it was an urgent message, but this is the fixed message. So the fixed message is about making healthy decisions for yourself concerning situations, relationships, and friendships of all kinds. All right. And I'm talking about relationships, friendships of all kinds. Mother, father, brother, sister, child, any other family member, best friends, any other friends, acquaintances, peers, professionals, entertainers, servers, etc., your mailman, whatever, But this is like more geared towards the people that are closest to you, the people that you're actually investing in. So, what have we been investing in? How is that making us feel? We really just need to take a step back emotionally and just evaluate each person in your life individually, okay? And think to yourself or write it down or whatever your process is how does this person make you feel? Like really take your time and process the feelings and the emotions that you get when you think of this person. Do they work with you or do they work against you? Do they take more than they give with anything? How's the communication? Does this person play mind games or do they manipulate you or your emotions or people around you? What else do they manipulate? It's something to be mindful too. Are you at peace and happy overall with this person? Do they bring you stress, pressure, chaos, unhappiness, anger, resentment? Or do they bring you all the happy things? You have to really pay close attention. Is it positive or is it negative? How much of a priority are you to this person? How do you know that? Do their actions prove your place in their life, and in what way? So you have to consider that as well, because a lot of times a person's actions will prove that you're not important to them in any way, shape, or form, and they just want to fuck with you. So that's how you figure it out. And this is essentially the first step of improving your life. And, it doesn't matter who any of these people are to you. Like, it could be your kid. It could be your parents. It could be, your siblings, your best friends, your whoever, lovers, take your pick. Like any person can be a block, all right? And if they're proving over and over again, time and time again, that they're unwilling to work with you, and that they constantly work against you, they constantly fight with you, they're constantly doing this, that, and the other, making you feel like shit, and stressing you out, wanting this, wanting that. Well, how long is it going to take for you to say enough is enough and drawing the line and making your bottom lines? Right? We should be respecting ourselves enough to be doing that. Because if we don't respect ourselves, no one else is going to, and that's obvious because other people don't. And if you sit and you are sitting in a situation, accepting it and taking it and working with this person and giving energy and time and money or whatever you're giving to this person, place or thing, but we're talking about people right now. But this is essentially like how to cut out like the bad things in your life, to start making healthy choices for yourself, so you can start feeling better about yourself, so you can get on track and be able to be stable and happy and focused. And it's cutting out the bad things in your life. It's not just about stop smoking and stop drinking and doing drugs and stop this and stop whatever. But lots of times people don't even realize how much of a heavier influence like the people around us have, more than like say something like that might have. Like that's a separate issue in itself, and that I'm not saying that is not important. I'm just saying that I'm not even talking about that right now. We're just talking about fixing your life as controlling who has access to you, and who doesn't, who really like supports you, who lifts you up, who helps you, who apologizes to you, who helps you, who tries to work with you, who tries to make things better, who's like that for you, right? And those are the kinds of people that you want to keep in your life, because everybody knows that nobody's perfect, but as long as a person is like really genuinely for you and they really genuinely like want to work with you, like you'll have absolutely no problems in life. But it's just a matter of knowing who these people, who the genuine people are for you, right? And how much do you respect yourself to keep the genuine people and remove the people who are fake and make you feel terrible and whatever. It's time to just start setting some boundaries. It's essential for your self-care. I touched a little bit on boundaries in the self-care video. I probably touched on it in other videos too, but I really wanted to talk about this specifically because like this is a major point of contention, because people are having trouble with letting go of negative situations with loved ones because of who they are to them. Like they feel obligated to them in some way. They just feel tied to them. They want to make it work for whatever their reasons are. you know, whether they're family or not, or, you know, whatever the situation is. That's what makes this so hard, is the bonds that we create for ourselves. But are these bonds that we create, are they really worth, you know, putting yourself through misery and, you know, just the opposite of having everything you want? Or do you really just want to do away with that? Because we already know that's not working. You know, we found time and time again that being unhappy and being miserable and putting up with bullshit and etc., etc., you know, we found that that shit isn't working. And like, what does? And this is the whole point of this channel, is what actually does work. And making healthier choices for self is the most, it's like the key component in order to achieve the pursuit of your happiness. Because you can't pursue the happiness that you want, that, you know, that you want to, that you feel within yourself, that you're, you know, you gotta find that spark within yourself to want that happiness, you know? Okay, so back to creating boundaries. Creating boundaries is, so once we figure out who the toxic people are, when we create the boundaries, we need to communicate those boundaries to that person in the appropriate way. If it's better to text them and block them versus seeing them in person or talking to them, or whatever the case is, it's just what you need to do to make a clean break, to tell the truth, to explain what you're doing, and then do the block, you know, take out the phone numbers, take out the histories, take out the pictures, take off the friends from social media, from these people that you're removing, and block in every way possible that you can. Just cut off all access points to these individuals that are hurting you by whatever the case is that's not fulfilling you in that situation. Then you need to be communicating as respectfully as possible, with an asterisk next to it. Now, most people, whenever you're cutting them off, they're going to be douchebags to you. And some of them are going to be downright cruel, depending on the type of person that you're dealing with. So, if you want a two-way interaction with somebody, which, if you're the kind of person that could be swayed by something this person might say, I would highly recommend against having any kind of communication that would allow them to have reciprocal communication with you. So, what I mean by that is, if you think that if there's something that this person might be able to say that might be able to change your mind, then you need to communicate it. Like, for example, over Facebook direct messenger, like the personal messenger, not for the public, you know, just one-on-one. Explain what you're doing, explain your intention, and cut it off as respectfully as possible, but make it known that the shit is firm as fuck. All right? No. Now, this person, if they're that they'll most likely come back to fuck with you. And you'll have to keep your bottom lines with that person firm as fuck. Like, there's just no way. Like, brick wall. No communication. This person, gets a hold of you after you block them and, they find you or whatever. Like, take appropriate measures to protect yourself further from there. If up to and including police protection, then do so. Because these people will not stop until you're friggin' miserable. And if you have a high calling on your life, if you have a high calling on your life, then you have really, like, strong, like, forces that are leeching against you and trying to pull you down through other people as well. So, and as long as a person's aggressive, like, don't engage with that person on that level with them. Just don't, as much as you can. I mean, sometimes, like, it might get the best of you, but, like, if you really, like, are starting to feel like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this, like, restrain yourself, pull yourself back. Even if you blurted something out, just pull yourself back as soon as you can. And don't engage with these people, because it only gives them further ammunition to fuck with you more, harder, longer. So that's how that works. And and the whole time that they decide to remain hostile with you, they need to be kept away from you at all costs, no matter what you have to do. No matter what you have to do. Like, that is peaceful and non-violent. I mean, like, blocking your number, blocking Facebook, changing your social media accounts. You could, like, moving, things like that. But just going somewhere where this person don't know where you're at. That's what I'm talking about when I say, no matter what, non-violently, peacefully, just remove yourself from the situation. And this person, they'll keep trying to come back. They'll be trying to use, like, pity or guilt or anger or shame or whatever buttons this person can press with you, they will fucking press them with you. And they will press them all, and will be merciless about it. So keep that in mind. Because once you cut them out, they have to stay the fuck out forever. Because how can you trust a person who has, hurt you so much over and over and over and over again? I mean, that's all up to you and all, but it's people. And then whenever you're letting people in on a trial basis, just to see if maybe you could give a second chance, like, you have to keep yourself, like, real distanced and protected, and you have to, have them build trust with you. If they can't establish trust with you, then that second chance, or however many chance, wasn't even worth giving. So I'm not saying to cut people out, like, firmly forever, but I'm just saying that it's best to do that, especially if you know that they're just out to ruin you. And what else did I want to say about it? Yeah, and these people, they'll often know you really well, or at least well enough to know a button or two to fuck with you. But a lot of times, these are the persons that know you the best, the people that are the closest to you, that you need to watch out for, the people that know you the best. So they would know every single button to push that would upset you, that would trigger a negative response from you, or at least that's what they would be hoping for. But the idea of being negatively triggered is actually submitting to your weaknesses, and it only leads you to like folly. Like it's foolish. Like you ruin your life that way by constantly submitting to your weaknesses. The point of our being here is to strengthen our weaknesses, to try to be the best people that we can be, instead of staying in our comfort zones of feeding our weaknesses instead of our strengths. So that's what I wanted to say about that. And I really think that this is a much better version, and it's a much better representation of what I really wanted to express, but I wasn't able to because I was sick, and because, you know, I have been sick and I'm still sick. Like, it took me days to come up with, well, yeah, it took me days to come up with this. So, thoughts are not coming very easily, you know, due to being sick. But, yeah, so here you go. I really hope that this helps you be able to take charge and in your life in the right way, to make healthy decisions for yourself instead of restricting yourself from the things that make you happy. Because basically, when you're staying in shitty situations that take away from you and that make you feel bad and etc., that is basically taking your power away from you. It is making you unhappy, and it keeps you from being able to pursue your happiness, your goals, and your, you know, things that, like helping people and stuff, you know. I don't know what I'm trying to say now, because this wasn't planned. But anyhow, this is the video. Thank you so much for watching my video, for supporting my channel by watching, sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting. I enjoy it all, and I look forward to you know, serving y'all more in the future with other material that will be beneficial for you, because that's really all that matters to me. I just want to help y'all, because I've been able to help myself, and it's been working. So thanks. Talk soon.